Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. When anyone gets a chance, please hit that like button and subscribe if you wish. Hope that everybody is having a beautiful Friday afternoon. I know a lot of people are at work, taking care of their families. So I pray that everybody has a beautiful, beautiful day today. I just wanted to come on here and just give a little bit of my own personal thoughts about the YouTube streets. And like I say, I stayed out of all the mess. But when you do see something, you do have to say something sometimes. Hey, Jane. Thanks, sis, for coming. I appreciate you. I'm trying to understand because I'm still a little frustrated in my mind. Thank you. Good afternoon, Black Diamond. Jane, it's an old graphic that was made for me quite a few years ago. When I was doing graphics all the time. My sister friend, she does graphics as well. She's way above my pay grade, but I used to belong to her group and she used to make graphics and stuff for everybody in the group. So these are one of the graphics that I had. And I'm like, I didn't have anywhere to use them. So I was like, I'll use them here. Because I don't want them to go to waste. They're too beautiful to go to waste. I just want to understand. I want my sister to help me understand what is the problem with grown ass women learning how to let things go. It's okay. It's afternoon. It's good morning. It's all that because everybody live in a different time space. So sometimes it's still morning to some people. It's night to some people. So good morning, evening, noon, and night, everybody. How about that? But I just want them to. I wanted them to make me understand what is wrong. Like I understand mental health is a very serious thing, and I don't take that away from anybody. But you do have to get to the point where you can't continue to use that all the time as saying what's wrong with people. Some people just ain't right in the head. And they don't have to be diagnosed with anything. Some people are just mean, nasty, and evil. That's just who they are. So I'm trying to understand, when are women going to stop acting like, good afternoon, grandmother. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Why can't women learn to let shit go? Like, why do we always have to? I ain't going to say me because I don't do it. But I add myself just to be on the safe side. Why is it that women have to always keep up shit and then act like it's somebody else's fault that you're reacting the way you are? Yes, we all go through things, but a reaction to something that's not so serious and you have to take it to a vile place, do you do that at home? Do you do that at work? Because trust and believe, there are people at work we don't like. Because there's people I work with I can't stand. But I'm not going to be a negative Nancy all the time. Now, if you get on my nerves, I probably distance myself from you. But I'm trying to figure out, why do people need to always be in some drama or some beef with somebody else? YouTube is way too big of a place that everybody has to sit and plot on just certain people. It's like, were you a bully as a kid? Or were you bullied as a kid? Because I feel like women, even men, but men don't act like women do. I think that women need to get out of their heads that they have to be in competition with one another. Because everybody does not have to be treated the same way. Everybody does not have to be dragged into other people's shenanigans. But some people need to know that, excuse me, that sometimes you can't pull off the stuff that you want on certain people because some people are not going to accept the shenanigans that you bring their way. Meaning, case in point, if you harass somebody so bad online and they come to you in your real life, know that they not the type of people that you want to play games with, because they will walk up on your doorstep. So what the problem on YouTube streets is all that people like to sit back, and there's no problem. And I'm happy that some women can become friends because I have made quite a few friends on YouTube. But why are you competing with your friends for content, for subs, for mods? I personally think, like I keep saying, and people I think probably get mad at me. So if people get mad at me again, my apologies. But I'm saying what I'm saying and I mean what I say. I believe if people, as the subs and the moderators, people also need to be mindful who they make moderators. Because once you get into that little clique of moderators, sometimes all hell can break loose. We've seen that happen. But you also have to be mindful of your subs. Subs are causing a lot of conflict on YouTube that is unnecessary. Women need to stop thinking that you have to be in a mob mentality to attack a person, especially if it's somebody you know nothing about. Those subs, those mods, and I'm not saying all, I'm saying quite a few. Hey, learning to love myself. Good afternoon, sis. I believe that's just me, my personal opinion. I can't force nobody else to think how I think. But my personal opinion, if you are, since we all do share the same amount of subs, I think that you shouldn't have to make people pick or choose between another person. But that person, that content creator, does have to hold their subs and their mods accountable for some of the madness that goes on in those chats. Because women are being beyond petty and catty. They're taking drama to a whole nother level where it don't need to go. And again, those subscribers and those mods, those are what make up your channel. If it wasn't for your subscribers and your mods, even though some people don't need mods, but I understand that they have a lot of work that they're trying to do and bring you content. But the subscribers and the mods need to learn how to respect that content creator. And when you're doing stuff over here with this content creator, that's a mental folder that you put that in. And stop going back and forth to other chats and dragging stuff from one chat to the next chat. And then coming up with these whole conspiracy theories and all this other stuff. If you're a person that likes to, I'll say a window watch, because I have an issue with window watching. What I mean by that is you can go sit in a chat and you sit back and just watch how those conversations flow in that chat. That lets me know if I can feel comfortable to say something in this chat, or if it's getting too out of control, then that lets me know it's time for me to leave, because I don't want to take part in the fluckery. That's just me. Everybody else may not feel that way, but I feel like if your subs and your mods are causing havoc in your chat rooms, or even if your subscribers are causing issues, how about, or the content creators, how about putting some boundaries, setting boundaries? Whatever goes on over here stays over here. And what happens over there stays over there. But don't keep running back and forth to one content creator and dragging stuff over here and dragging stuff over there. Because you know that when you get to that point, especially when you're a kid and people start telling you stuff, even adults do it, which tickles me pink. But you could tell somebody one thing and they'll go tell somebody something else. And then they'll go tell that story. By the time it gets to the third person, the story's not even where it started off at. So unless you have some common sense, or use your common sense like you would at a job, you would handle it differently. I understand some people get paid from YouTube, some people don't. But again, good afternoon, do the right thing. How are you, beloved? Stop. Make sure you take the time out to pay attention to who you following. Learn more about that person. Make sure that person is on YouTube for good, not for evil. Because that's where all the drama happens. And I feel like this. If I'm a content creator and I'm constantly bringing up drama, I would be to a point where I'd be like, give my money back. Because you're not helping us build to be better. You're just dragging us back down in the mud. So sometimes people need to do is, I understand you like to support your content creators and all that, but sometimes you got to pull back on them purse strings. We're all having it hard out here in this world. And I'm not saying that because I'm not monetized. I don't care about none of that. I do this because I enjoy it. But I also am sad and sickened to the point of watching Black women specifically just drag each other through the mud. And it breaks my heart. Sometimes it makes me feel bad to be a Black woman because I'm proud of who I am. But it's sad to watch women, Black women, drag each other through the mud, be disrespectful, be so vile. And how about if some people would take the time to hold them content creators accountable and hold back your cash apps? I understand that's how people make their money. And I respect that. But if you're constantly making your space a negative place, unless you're here for the negative mess. Yeah, them kids, and I don't understand the police officers. All them police officers should be fired. Every last one of them. Because she did a heck of a job with that Texas. So high five, sis, to the plainest Jane, because that Texas massacre, she did that, and I got to give you all credit for it. Because girl, you was on fire yesterday, and I was like, see, she won't even let me go to sleep. For anyone coming in the room, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think and how you feel. Because it's not just a conversation that I need to have. It's a conversation that we all need to have. Like I said, I understand people make their money off of YouTube and all that other stuff. But would you go into your job and act like that? The way the women act like on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, would you go into your paying job acting the way you do online? That's one of the reasons why I say, because if you don't go to work, you don't get paid for that day. So my thing is, since you want to run amok and cause issues and problems all over one section of YouTube, how about put your money that you was going to send that super chat for, put that in your gas tank. Buy your kids something with it. Buy somebody that you know that may be struggling. I'm just saying. Put your money, like they always tell you, put your money where your mouth is. Put your money where your mouth is. If you don't want the negative buffoonery stuff that's going on YouTube, put your money where your mouth is. Hold back that. Let me see. I'm a new mod and training the CC and my mod sisters. We talk, and I just love these ladies. We have respect for one another, and if you have issues, we all come together and talk about it. That's exactly what you're supposed to do, grandmother. That's exactly the way it should be. But you should never, just my personal opinion, I believe that if you're modding for somebody and that person has a lot of mods, which technically to me, I would pick, again, my personal opinion, I would pick people in different time zones. So that if I'm on this time for this person, they could see me then. Those are my mods for that time schedule. If I go this time in the afternoon, these are my mods for this. I wouldn't keep all my mods in a chat all together at one time. And I understand it's to keep the flow of traffic moving, but that's why it's so much drama with mods, subs, and content creators, because everybody wants to run everything. So my thing is, instead of doing that, split your mods up a little bit. They can all have conversation and talk, but they have to realize again that even though you could say it's a job that they're not being paid for, some may be, some may not be. But if you have subs that like to cash app you or whatever, or become cool with your mods, then you have to let them know, look, these conversations that be in our mod chats, stay in our mod chats. Don't allow nobody to try to take over your own personal channel by them doing whatever they want to do. You have to monitor it the way you want it to move. Because if not, you will have an issue like they just recently had. And like I say all the time, I try not to bring up names, but if you follow a lot of stuff on YouTube in this area, which I do, I go to other areas, but this is the biggest area I stay in. I can't forget to recognize the queen of the house. Thank you, Astute Queen Bee, for always being consistent. I can't even talk today. And bringing positive into the dark world. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I just don't like negative energy. I just don't like it. Because I know I have an attitude. I'm an Aquarius through and through. But I still have gotten to the point in my life is like, come on now. Like, I'm 54 years old. There are women on this YouTube streets that are my age and older that acting like they are in kindergarten or 8th grade or 5th grade. How come? Good afternoon, Miss Kim Bird. How are you, beloved? I am so tired of watching us run amok. We have our own issues as women as it is. This country and this world has already put us against each other as it is. Everything is always a battle and a challenge when it don't have to be. That's why you make sure you take your time and get connected to the people that vibe with you in the same way. We can't all go ahead, Glamour. I know how you get down then, girl. Because yes, we are very stubborn, hard-headed people. But we are honest. Sometimes too bluntly honest that people don't like it. But I can only be me. I don't like to watch my sisters. They may not say, girl, you ain't none of my sister. Okay, whatever. Fine, dandy, whatever. But we are still sisters. We are God's children. We are all sisters. And we have our brothers, whether we like it or not. That's just what it is. You don't have to like somebody personally to be in a chat with or none of that. But you do also have to make oh, Sookie Jane, I knew it was something about you, girl. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a conversation, girlfriend. Definitely gonna have to have a conversation on that one. But you don't have to like those people. If you don't like them, don't say nothing to them. But don't sit there and drag other people into your shit. I'm just saying, like, people just, it seems like they thrive off of negative energy. Do you not know that all the doxing and all the shenanigans that's going on YouTube, that stuff takes a toll on you physically, emotionally, and mentally. So I don't understand how women could constantly, every day, be vile, vulgar, disrespectful, and ignorant 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I don't understand how you can do that. Like, when are you going to hold yourself accountable for the shit that you do? Because most of us need to. And stop trying to push it off on somebody else. You are responsible for your actions and your reactions. You are responsible for your actions and your reactions. So if you want the respect of your mods and your chat, then you make sure you, as the content creator, I guess I think of it as a way I would do it. And it could be wrong. Y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. But I personally would make sure once a week I had a conversation with my mods. Find out, make sure everybody's good in that chat, and nobody would be having conversations behind my back when it comes to my channel, besides me and my mods, not between me, my mods, some of my subscribers. No. If it's your channel, you are supposed to stay in control of your channel. I understand you have mods to protect your chat rooms, not for your page. Your page is your responsibility. I mod for one person, and that's my girl, the plainest Jane. I watch the chat. I comment sometimes, but I watch the chat. And if I see somebody look like they getting ready to get disrespectful, it's a problem, and I'm gonna take it off. But the good thing is, Jane don't really get them kind of people come in their room too much. And if they do, one of us will kick them out. But I think content creators need to hold their mods accountable for the shit that they start, and subs. If they took the time to make sure that they are not causing friction in your camp, then anytime you run across yeah, they are with the same foolery. And it's sad. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand. That's why I keep saying, do you go to work and act like this out in the street? Because if somebody's paying you to represent their company, you're not getting ready to pull that crap. You'll be jobless so quick. You'd be jobless so quick. So that's what some content creators need to do as well with those mods. They need to sift through their mods and figure out who is really down for them. Not pretending that they down for them and talking shit behind their back. Not mods that pretend that they down for them and also going in the and modding for other content creators. Yes, you have a right to choose who you want to be friends with. Hey, come and pillow talk with Bay. Hey, lady, how you doing? Happy Friday. You still have to treat your channel like a business. If they get out of order and cause havoc in your chats, in your mod groups, then those are the people you need to dismiss. They would get a pink, because if you don't want your channel to be about the fuckery, then you would make changes. Like, everybody think everybody's your friend. Everybody's not your friend. Everybody's not your friend. People pretend to be friends. Those are frenemies. Some people have intentions on doing you harm. So you have to be sifting through all the shenanigans to get to the best mods that you can get for your channel, and you know that they have your back 100%. I'm not talking about pretending that's your home girl and we good, but the next breath you talking shit about me over here to somebody else in a whole nother sector or a whole nother chat. That's why so many people lurk in other people's bushes, because they want to see what's being said about them. But if content creators would take control of the situation, that's what I'm talking about. Come Pillow Talk Bay. Only allow a certain amount of mods. And like I said before, if you go on at different times of the day, you should be able to have mods, a couple of mods for the day shift, a couple of mods for the afternoon shift, and a couple of mods for the overnight shift or late shift. So you can make sure you keep a balance, because everybody's attitude is not the same. Everybody's vibe is not the same. Everybody doesn't think the same way. Everyone doesn't feel the same way. So to make it easier on yourself, separate some of those mods, especially if they cause issues or they personally don't get along, or they're just getting along because they are your mods. You have to sift through the shenanigans. Please, everybody that came to the room, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you wish. Doesn't cost you a dime. I'm just here to tell how I feel and what I think, and express my own personal opinion about things that go on in YouTube and what the problem is. I believe, and I'm going to continue to say that, I believe that a lot of mods and subs are the reason for all this havoc on YouTube. Not all of it. Let me take that back. Let me not be disrespectful and say that. It ain't all. It's a lot of them. And if you think about it, lots of times, it's those same mods, but just in different chats, doing the same buffoonery bullcrap. So if you pay attention to that, wouldn't that make you think? Because a lot of content creators do go in other people's chats and sit in the bushes and listen. So, with that being said, you can see with your own two eyes what those people are doing. So, if you find your mods in other chats wreaking havoc and causing drama, those riches to me, would be snatched so fast. I'd be like, because don't forget, you're still representing those content creators that you follow. So, if you're representing the content creators that you are following, and you have a bunch of those content creators that don't even get along, that math ain't mathing for me. Because women, we talk a lot. I'm just being honest. We talk a lot. And if somebody got some tea about somebody else, they gonna spill it, and it's gonna end up on the side of the road like roadkill. And then all hell gonna break loose again on YouTube. There are some content creators I do not follow and I refuse to follow. There are some I used to follow and I watch them like, no, you're not about trying to help me grow as an individual and spread out some love to everybody. It don't have to be just for a few people. But if you don't like those people, why are you going on chats? That's some things I'm still trying to figure out. Like I said, I play a bush baby sometimes. But other than that, I'm reading, I'm writing, I'm doing something to keep my mind motivated and upbeat, because YouTube is draining. Like, okay, if somebody got a beef and it lasts for a week, okay, fine. But when you have beefs that are lasting for a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, it's insanity to me. It's just insanity to me. And I don't understand. When are people going to learn? If it's in your face, you should be able to see it. Most people see the shenanigans that go on with mods, subs, and content creators. But you know what y'all do? And I ain't talking specifically to y'all, but just people, what they do, they like to go and carry bones. They acting like they're on reality TV show. People kill me. I'm like, people's like, you on TV? No, you're on an app that you can play on your TV. You not famous unless you did what my girl, the Plainest Jane, did, and Miss Kiva from Come and Get This Commentary and get your ass in a newspaper article. Now, when you hit that type, I give you that. You doing the damn thing, because Plainest Jane is doing her damn thing. Come and Get This Commentary is doing her damn thing. And people on the outside world see what they are doing and the positive energy that they are trying to bring to you and show us all how it should be done. Some people may not feel that way. I do. You may like the way some other content creators. Go get your coffee, Black Diamond. But we have to hold them accountable. If you sit by, and if you became friends with that person, you sit by and watch them do the things that people do, and you still sit there and ride for this person real hard when they're running amok on YouTube, then you are a part of the problem as well. Yeah, but content creators are really getting themselves stuck in their heads that they're famous because they're on YouTube. That don't make you famous, because everybody ain't gonna see it unless you have a big following like TK or the Plainest Jane and Kiva and them, and what's his name, SWSDW, Sean Day and them. Unless you have Anton Wiggins or whatever, unless you have a big following like that, A lot of people ain't gonna see your stuff. Like, people get mad at, like, oh, I don't understand how you consider that content creating. Content creating, to me, the definition to me is, I have came up with my own content and I created something out of it to bring to the people so that they can see how I maneuver, how I feel about things, my own personal beliefs of things. It's stuff the way I see things and want to present it to the world. Just like, I love Amina the Cat, Amina the Great. I do. People like, I watch people. I'm like, well, I'm confused. What is that? She's a visual artist. I'm a visual artist, so I understand it. Some people are like Jane. Jane loves to read, and she gives you all the information you need. Me, I'm a visual person. I like colors, as you see the graphic that was made for me. I like warm colors. I like something that's visual, because sometimes when people are just reading or talking, sometimes you'll zone out. But if it's something visual that you can see, it will catch your attention. So, again, content creators, if you want to make sure your chats stay locked down like they're supposed to, people ain't coming in causing havoc, hold your mods responsible. Your subscribers are being reckless in your chats, hold your subscribers accountable. If your content creators are running amok and causing havoc on YouTube, hold your content creators hold your content creators. My brain just froze on me. Ugh, it really did. Hold your content creators accountable for the actions that people do in their chats. That's like, I see some people that are getting to the point where it's like, don't bring up other content creators in my chat. I respect that, because sometimes if you throw a person's name out there, they may get and see, hey, beautiful Shalom, how are you, sis? That's good. I know that's good. That's a good thing from Brother Talker Bay, because some people are just sit and watch the buffoonery and don't say nothing or do nothing. And I'm like, ain't you supposed to be modding right now? Like, you supposed to be keeping their chats clear of shenanigans or fuckery. And some people just not doing that. So I would make sure, if you're not doing what I asked you, I ain't saying treat them like they're your kids and talk to them like they crazy or beneath you. No, because they're not beneath you. They're not beneath you. And some people have gotten to the point where they're treating people like they're beneath them. You just another content creator on YouTube. Some people making money, some people ain't. Hello, Jack the Voice. Good afternoon. Some people need to cut the crap out. No, a lot of people need to cut the crap out. It ain't everybody on YouTube. And as big as YouTube is, that's like a handful of people or two handful of people that are running amok. So my thing is, when are you going to hold your content creators, your subs, and your mods accountable for the shenanigans and buffoonery they are dragging around YouTube? Jack the Voice, I love your voice. It trips me out. But I just want women to wake up and stand their ground. When they say something and they mean it, stand 10 toes down in it. But if you don't mean what you say, don't say nothing at all. If you're not going to come through with something positive and uplifting and trying to help us as a community of people do better, then I don't need you around. Like, you could deal with the negative stuff outside. Why would I want to be in my home, in my safe place, and just watch or bring shenanigans to everybody? Like, that's like me sitting up here just going off on anybody on YouTube. I ain't never had a conversation with them. I ain't never seen them. I don't know what they stand for. I like to find out what a person stands for. I want to know what people stand for. And if you just stand for buffoonery and fuck shit, then that's not for me. Like, It's like, when are you people going to literally wake up and hold those people accountable? Like, just like, and I be no harm and no disrespect. I'm still praying for those people in Texas. But every time I go through the news and even just watch a Plains Jane from yesterday, it sickens me in my stomach. Some of those police officers took their asses in that school and rescued their own children and didn't rescue the other people's children. That is insanity to me, and it's disrespectful. And like I said, every last one of those officers should lose their job because they sat there and lied, and they did not let those people get to their children. That pisses me off. But I'm gonna get away from that before I get angry. But what I'm saying is, if I came online, y'all don't know me, but if I came online and just started going after learning to love myself, don't know nothing about the lady, dog her out, dog out beautiful Shalom, dog out grandmother. But then I go in another chat and I'm like, hey, grandmother, hey, beautiful Shalom, hey, learn to love myself. It's like, wait a minute, hold up. Now you just cussed me out in the last chat. You just cussed me out in the last chat. But now you want to be my friend? Like, who you? Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It's like, wait a minute. We was cool 2 days ago. But why is the problem now? Because mods and subs are bouncing all over the place and they running amok and causing havoc. So the next thing you know is, girl, did you hear such said your name in the chat? What you do? It's like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, do everybody need a refresher course on how to act as a human being? Does everybody need a refresher course on how to carry yourself like a lady? I understand that men make us do a whole lot more stuff than we have to do on a regular. But again, am I not supposed to be held accountable for the shit I do? Because if that's the case, none of those police officers should be held accountable for allowing the shenanigans to go down and stand around for an hour before you go in that building to protect those children. The job that we as citizens pay for and pay their salaries, they don't represent us and they don't take care of us. So that's a problem. So the same way I look at the police officers in the community, that's the same way I look at content creators. If that's your chat and that's your space, because I feel like it's my home. So it's my home. So don't come in here being disruptive in my home. If that's what you want and you need the shenanigans and the fuckery and all that other crazy crap, then go somewhere where all that junk is going off at. Because there's so many places on YouTube. You can go over there to the beef section, have fun over there. But see, the problem is, and what tickles me, is half of them people that love causing all this havoc and commotion and shenanigans on YouTube, if they took their ass in the beef section, half of them wouldn't last 24 hours. They wouldn't last 24 hours. Why is that? Because some people that like to start the shit and shenanigans ain't really about that life. But some people some mods are scared of their content creators. I've watched it. I paid attention. And they just pucker their lips up and kiss ass all day. And that's sad. Because trust and believe, when you was out in the streets, you wouldn't be doing that out in the streets. You'll be running like, I'm not messing with her. I'm not messing with him. Something wrong with them. Why they always got to be negative? Why they always got to be doing this? But some people will be your mods, even though they think all these foul things about you. They're being your mods. Some people will be your mod just to be in your business. They want to be in the mix of things. See, because when I log out this computer, unless I'm watching somebody's page, I ain't on YouTube. Unless I'm watching some Roland Martin or catching up on my Plainest Jane or catching up on So Debonair. I'm online looking for that. I'm not online running from chat to chat, seeing who I can run down and watch them talking shit. So I'm going to screenshot this. I'm going to screenshot that. I'm going to send this to somebody. How about you bone carriers? Go work in a cemetery somewhere if you want to take bones and carry back and forth. I'm just saying, go work in a morgue, go work in a cemetery. Carry them bones there. Because all the stupid shit on YouTube really needs to stop. It's so sad. It's so stupid. And it's so pathetic. We are going through a panorama. Children are losing their lives. People are losing their lives for no reason. Like everybody's like, oh, it's a race thing. Everything, most stuff, a lot of stuff is race bait, but some stuff is not. Because like they was like, oh my God, they killed all those Asians. I feel sorry for them too. But it was another Asian man that killed them. And I feel bad for all of them. I feel bad for every last one of them. But if that was anybody that was my skin complexion, plain as Jane's skin complexion, princess complexion, any of us, if that person that walked up on that school, they ain't even had to have a gun. If we'd have walked up anywhere near a school looking like we was about to do some shit, they'd have shot us before we made it in that building. They would not have stood around for an hour before they did their jobs. They just wouldn't do it. And like I said, some police officers had the nerve to take their asses in and go get their own kids, but left everybody else's kids in the building. You harassing parents of the kids in the building. And you want to try to lock them up, but they trying to save their own kids, like you just did. You ran your ass in that building to save your kids, but you wasn't worried about mine. That's what thank you. Do the right thing. Well, girl, don't even worry about them. That's your channel. You run your channel where you want to run it. If people get mad, oh well. Everybody don't have your best interests at heart. They just don't. Some people are out for their own reasons. Some people are out for their own reasons. They're not always out for what you want. They're out for what they want. That's what they're out for. They're out for what they want. But everybody needs to make sure they hold other people accountable for their actions. If we want to hold people accountable for out in the streets for the shit that they do, hold people accountable on these YouTube streets for the shit and shenanigans that they do. Who the hell blocked Black Diamond a few 5 minutes ago? We don't do that. Did I hit it by mistake? Oh, she gonna kill me. I don't know how to take this off. I'm mad right now. Hold up. Okay, somebody got to help me with this, because this part I don't know. How do you unblock somebody? That's the one thing I don't know. I made a mistake. Apparently I must have blocked somebody. Yeah, a lot of mods have hidden agendas. And that's the sad part. That's why I say they don't mean you no good. Some people don't realize it, but some of their mods will be their downfall. Some mods and subscribers will be the downfall of a lot of content creators if they don't get their channels under control. Where is Black Diamond at? I did not mean to hair on. Oh, no. Black Diamond, I am so bad. I am so sorry. I hit that wrong button. Do not sue me. I did not mean to put you on timeout. So please don't shoot me. Don't hurt me, mother. But yeah, I just want women, since we're always in control of our homes. At home, why can't you be in control of your channel? That's your own personal home. That's what that is. And I don't understand how people don't hold others accountable for their shenanigans. And I know I've been on here long, and y'all know I do not go this long. But I appreciate everybody for coming in here. I thank you, ladies, always for showing me love and support. I appreciate it. Please hit that like button. And please subscribe to the channel. And like I said before, if there are things that you want me to talk about or things that questions you would like to ask me, feel free anytime. You can email me at, what's my email address? I'm so lost. queenofstew@gmail.com. I need to add that in my list. Good morning. Excuse me. Good afternoon, Miss Evangelist Val. How are you? That's my thing, beautiful Shalom. I'm not a regular content creator. I like to talk about what I feel, what I see, what I think, and what moves me. Because again, this mess going on in these YouTube streets is annoying. Oh, thank you. Do the right thing. I appreciate you. I truly appreciate you. I just try to be honest. I'm like I said before, I'm an Aquarius. I could go from way to the far left or way to the far right. So I'd rather try to keep myself in that middle space. So I'm not going haywire and going bananas online. Because I do cuss like a sailor. So I give myself mad props. Y'all have no clue that I actually have learned to tone my language down a lot on YouTube. Because in my regular life, I cuss like a sailor. And I do it because I love it. It tickles me pink and I like to change words up and make stuff really weird. So, again, all we need to do, again, and I love Evangelist Val for this because she literally brought some people up, and I'm not saying no names, Miss Val, so don't even worry about it. But she brought people up to try to have a regular conversation because that's what we as women should be able to do, is be in a room or online or whatever and have adult human conversations, not dragging somebody, not attacking somebody, not being disrespectful, not being annoying. Show some empathy to people. We don't know what everybody goes through. We all go through different things in life. But you still have to hold them accountable for when they're on the shenanigans. You just have to hold them accountable. Even though people go through a lot, we don't know what everybody does in their own personal life. But again, you still have to hold them accountable when they do the bullshit. You just have to. Because if not, then that means you're not going to be held responsible for any stuff that you do. But then again, they might. Like if I was to start just blurting out names right now, they probably be like, we're going to have to go after her because she talked too much. Yeah, I do talk a lot. But I make sense out of stuff. And I've learned to take a grain of salt with anything that most people do, because people have made me become very untrusting of other people. I bet you do, Jack. I love to cuss too. I just can't help it. It is what it is. But I just want somebody to make me understand, why is it that women can't act like women? Like, okay, if you think back in the day, some of you maybe are not close to my age, some are my age or older than me. But you knew when your parents went out, everybody got all dressed up and dolled up, and they carried themselves like ladies. They had on their heels. You may catch them smoking a cigarette, what they drink, their hair is done, their earrings is done. They are laid out from head to toe. You don't see them out there. They may cuss in their own little personal circle, but you won't see them out in the streets just cussing and acting like a bunch of buffoons and calling people a bunch of bees and 403s and all. You don't see them doing that. They may go home and sit in private and have those conversations, but they wouldn't be out amongst everybody doing that. So that's what it seems like people are doing now. Or if I don't like this person, I'm gonna make up a story and I'm gonna spread it all over on this side. It'll make it back around to our side sooner or later. But by then, it'll be something totally different. Facts. If you don't mean what you say, don't say nothing at all. Hello. You better tell somebody, because we hold a lot of power as women and we do not use it properly. We don't use it properly. And just like we always say, it's always one bad apple that spoils a bunch. It's more than one bad apple. It's a bunch of bad apples in 3 baskets, a bunch of bad apples. And they're not being held accountable for the shit that they do. I'm sorry, they're just not. And that's sad, because we all know that God is a judge. So he's going to judge us all day long. And he's going to make sure he holds us accountable if don't nobody else do. So I want people to stop with the bull crap, because you can't cuss, throw F-bombs, and then put God in the middle of it and then throw another F-bomb. That don't work. Because if you knew the Bible, and I'm not a big Bible person, but I do know that's blasphemous. You don't use God's name in vain. And people are using God's name like it's pennies on a dollar. And it's not. If you claim to be a spiritual person or child of God, and you know that, and you try to walk in your truth, don't come on YouTube and be a totally different person. Be who you are in your life. Because if you're not being who you are in your personal life, and your family members or friends see you online, they be like, wait a minute, hold up. Where this person come from? Because I don't know who this individual is. I've never seen this person in my family act like this. Why are they doing this now? For a click and a view. For a click and a view. How about you put something positive and you might get more clicks and views, if that's the point. All good things come to those who wait. But you still got to make sure that if you are the type of person that is helpful and loving and like to be there for the elderly and like to take care of kids and are so passionate about life in the streets, in your normal life, how about you bring that to YouTube and get some positive feedback instead of the negative feedback? Like, I'm who I am. Okay. My cousins tell me I'm crazy all the time because I will clown somebody in a heartbeat. But I'm not gonna clown somebody that's sick, going through it. I'm not gonna clown somebody's kids. I'm not gonna clown somebody's mate. I'm not getting ready to do that. Now I may clown something you wearing, because I feel like if if you got real friends, and I say this all the time, if you have real friends, your real friends is not gonna let you come outside looking like a fool. They're not gonna let you walk around here and act like a fool if they're your real friends. Not somebody just call themselves a friend. I mean a real friend. That's like if my best friends ask me, well, what this look like? And if they look crazy, and I'm like, girl, if you don't take that shit off, that don't fit, that look crazy. Just because they make it in your size does not mean you're supposed to wear it. I'm sorry. I'm a big girl. So I know it's a lot of stuff that I can get that I'm like, no, your fat behind don't belong in that, girl. Stop playing. When you lose the weight again, then you go back to that. But the way people are running around amok on YouTube is sad. Because some people want to get sponsors. Some people want to take their YouTube channel to another place. So my idea and my thought is, what if it was me, what I would do, I would take and open me a whole nother page and cleanse all that trifling, ignorant mess off my page. If you want to keep those videos, keep them. Put them on private. Don't even leave it on members only. Put them on private so nobody can't see them. So nobody can see them. And start from a negative route from there. You can't jump from being 100% positive to 1,000% negative and then try to come back and be 35% real. That ain't cool. I want to know the person that you are. That's me. I like to get to know individuals. And everybody in the room, please hit the like button and subscribe button. I would truly appreciate it. And I thank you all, ladies, for coming. And Jack the Voice. I appreciate you for stopping by. But it's a lot of content creators that I actually like. Like Tisa Tales. She is entertaining. But she does the same thing a lot of people do. They sit in front of the screen and tell you information. But that does not mean that she has to have drama and like people need to learn how to communicate the correct way with other people. Because my thing is, would you allow a child to walk up to you and talk to you crazy? No. See me? I'm a pop 'em. That's just me. It may be somebody else's kid. I don't care. If your kid is out of control and not doing what they're supposed to do, they will be held accountable. So again, when your content creators or your mods or your subs are not doing what they're supposed to do or helping your channel grow and pushing to you to be a better content creator or helping you get to a place where you want to get to and they're just always negative, that means get those people out of there. Because nobody wants to have toxins. That's just like toxins in their life. You don't want to end up with gangrene or anything like that, because if you end up with gangrene, what happens? They have to cut your foot off, your hand off, or something. So if your mods is causing havoc, take some time. If you want to say it this way, I'll say it this way, because I'm stupid like that. Get you some antibiotics and flush your system out of that toxic mess and get rid of it and move on and move forward. Because if not, we will all end up infected. And that's why stuff is happening the way it is on YouTube. There are people that do things out of the kindness of their heart or try to be there and be supportive for other people that they don't even know. But they try to be supportive. But what happens? Somebody else may get in there and be like, don't trust that person. That person, I promise you, that person is coming after you. And you be like, why are they coming after me? I don't even know them. Because they understand how YouTube works. They understand how the analytics work. They understand the more information you give, the more people pay attention. Like, see me in my little videos. I salute y'all and I appreciate every one of y'all that come through here. I really, really do. Because like I said before, I'm actually a very shy person, but I do got a foul mouth. So I'm an oxymoron at times. I'm an oxymoron at times. But I just want to see us do better. Like if you just look at our children between the ages of 21 and 28. 21 and 28. You will see that they are trying to do better. They're going to college to be doctors. They're going to college to be lawyers. They're understanding their assignment. But grown adults are not understanding their assignment. Hold on one second. But we need to hold people accountable. And I mean that truly. Because some people seem like they're only upset if they get demonetized. But my thing is, if you continue to do what you're supposed to do, you wouldn't have been demonetized because you will know that it's your fault that you got demonetized. It's nobody else's fault. It's yours. You did it. You allow people to run amok in your channel, so you end up demonetized. creator. And I myself feel that way. So I'm to the point where it's like, okay, I want people to let me know if they don't like something that I'm doing, if they want more information on something that I'm talking about, or want to chime in. I don't have a problem with that. But I just do believe that we need to start holding people accountable. I'm just saying. People may think I'm wrong and think I'm trying to interrupt their bag. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get people to understand and be adults. Again, I am 54. Be an adult and talk to people like adults. Hold people accountable like you should. Just like if you were at work or you owned a company and people was running amok in your job, what's going to happen? They're going to be fired. They would be fired. You would not get a check. So I believe some people need to start running their YouTube channels like a business. I really do. I think some people need to start using it like a business. Somebody sent me a Cash App, and thank you very much. I truly appreciate it. I don't want to throw people's real names out there because if they didn't put their real name out there, I'm not putting it out there. So thank you very much for that super chat. For that Cash App, I truly appreciate it. But I just want us to make things better, because if we don't, as adults, the old grown folks, yes, I'll say it. Sorry, but like Diamond, don't get mad at me. I'm one of those people. But if we continue to act the way we do, that is why the children act the way they do. Children mimic the shit that they see. I'm tired of people saying, oh, they learned that from such. No, they learned it from you. Because if your kids are with you most of the time, then they're learning it from you. If you're a toxic individual, you will make your kids toxic. If you make your children racist, if you're racist, you will make your children racist. Unless you learned a good lesson as you started to get older and you stopped listening to what your grandparents told you. You need to make sure you hold people accountable for their actions. Just like the people running around here doing shenanigans out in the street. They all need to be held accountable. The police officers, the ones that ain't police officers, anybody running amok on the streets need to be held accountable for damage that they are doing to this country, to our children. Even people don't like corporal punishment. That's everybody's right not to like it. Me personally, I'm not saying take a belt and beat the crap out of a child. That's not what I'm talking about. But if a child acts up, there has to be a consequence to their actions. And I refused to let the government tell me what I can and cannot do with my child. Because if my child to the age of 25, basically, if he does anything wrong, they will come looking for his mother. So, with that being said, I'm going to make sure my child knows how he needs to move through this world, because they do not like him as he is. I told him, been telling my son since he was a little kid, you already have 2 strikes against you. You were born black and you were born a male. You are a threat to regular society, to them. But I made sure I put some morals on top of that. I put some love on top of that. I put some grace on top of that. And I put some ass whoopings on top of that. Why? Because I wanted my son to understand that if you mess up, there are consequences behind the things you do. I've also told them, and I told my stepson, that if you cut up and you act up in them streets and you go to jail for some stupid stuff, you will be sitting in jail. Don't call me, don't write me, and don't ask me for nothing, because I raised you better than that, and you know that is not where you belong. But if you're doing it and you end up in jail for defending your life, then I got your back 100,000%. But if you are in the wrong, we got a problem. Because I told you to make sure you put boundaries on people. If you feel a certain way, you have the right to speak your piece. Do not be disrespectful to your elders, but speak your piece. So women need to start holding themselves accountable, because men are looking at us like we're crazy. You already had Kevin Samuels treating us like we were trash in the first place. Rest his soul. Don't know the man, but I've listened to some things, and I'm like, that ain't right. But there are a lot of black men that treat us like crap and then want to dog us out and act like we're the problem. No, bro, maybe you the problem. Like, you go through dating in life and you learn from bad experiences, but if a man cheat on you, he'll expect you to stay. But if you cheat on him, he'll be ready to run. Like, I don't understand it. Like I said, maybe I'm losing my mind. I don't know. But I have been on here for an hour, and this is way past my time. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming in. I send you all love and prayers. I hope you have a blessed weekend. I still have to do my daily devotions for today and tomorrow. I'll do that in a couple of hours because I'm tired. But I hope everyone has a beautiful and blessed weekend. Please come back later on when I finally upload these daily devotions, and hit the like button. Let me know you were here. Leave a comment. Let me know you're catching the replay, and I truly appreciate it. And thank you guys for hanging in there with me today. I won't forget it. And I'm going to end this live now. So again, make sure you check out The Plain is Jane. Come get this commentary, and come and get this commentary too. Check out my girl Kiva, which is Come and Get This Commentary. Check out The Plain is Jane. Check out The House of the Princess. Check out So Debonair. Check out Busy Blue. Check out Levon's Library. Please support that brother and purchase his books. Check out Red Label's Reactions and Confessions. Check out it's something I want you. Check out Evangelist Val. Check out Beautiful Shalom. Check out, who else was it? I was thinking of somebody, and I swear to God, their name is blanking my brains. Charged to my head, not my voice, my heart. Also, check out Come Pillow Talk with Bay and Jack the Voice. I get tickled off of that voice. I swear, I really do. I love it, though. And everybody have a wonderful, wonderful day. And with that, I'm a Stu Queen Bee out.